Swagged out, familiar, we bringing them gas out. I still got some racks stuffed in the trap house. Off the 42, I'm blowing her back out. I'm back out. Bullshit, spin back with a full clip. They say
This is part, well, welcome back to my channel. We is doing another Am I the Asshole? And I got 4 stories for y'all. And we just gonna determine if these people is assholes or not, okay? So the first one we got here. Am I the asshole because every time my husband tells me a fact, I search Google to make sure this is true? I'm going to make this short and simple because I don't think a lot of context is needed. My husband, 33 male, thinks it's rude that I, 34 female, don't trust just him if he gives me a fact. A lot of the time, I'll just say, okay, and Google just to double check. Do you think that's rude? Am I the asshole? Okay. Me personally, I don't think this is an asshole thing to do at all. And I was talking about this earlier. Like, people are so chronically online these days that everything is just a giant game of telephone. Like, I was literally outside. I was just out somewhere, and these people were talking about, like, you know, like online, like certain online controversies that's going on right now, and like things that are going on. And they were telling their friend all this stuff, and a lot of the facts that they were giving them were incorrect. And so they're just telling their friend, and their friend is like outraged about it. And that's just like how a lot of things go these days. Like, people just read shit online and they just instantly believe it. They don't do any more research, and then they just go out and just start telling people shit as fact, and it's not. So you really just have to think for yourself, form your own opinions, and do your own research. So I probably wouldn't say, okay, I'll Google it, but I would Google it because, you know, people just, they believe everything at face value. My mom does that shit too. Like, she be on Facebook. Y'all know how old people be on Facebook and WhatsApp, and they just believe any headline that they see. So you really just gotta use your brain and form your own opinions. It says, edit. My husband is right most of the time. Here's an example. Yesterday, I told my husband I saw a silverfish, a bug, in our tub. I told him I'm worried that we have a leak because I saw the bug. He said that it's just a bug that likes humidity, and it wouldn't be crazy to see a bug in the tub since there's condensation on the pipes. About 2 years ago, we thought we had a leak in the same area, called the plumber, and they did not find a leak. Since I'm still anxious about the leak, I looked it up on Google to see if a silverfish would mean we have a leak. Google did not have a conclusive answer. Also, I've always had anxiety, and I was dismissed a lot as a child because of my anxiety. So a lot of the times I feel like I have to look myself because of it. Trust isn't necessarily against my husband. It's just, he's mostly almost right, but more of an out of an anxiety response. I hope this answered most questions. Yeah, I don't think this is an asshole at all. Like, it's just, don't just believe the shit that people say. But, you know, if he right, trust him sometimes. Okay. Number 2. Damn. Wait, I just read this one. Wait, why does it say I can't read it? Damn, I can't even read that one because they cut it off. Okay. That's crazy. Let me try to find another one real quick because this is a kind of a long one. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my stepdaughter her friend's mom is the reason her dad and I are divorcing? Jack and I are getting divorced after 2 years of marriage. Jack has 2 children, but this concerns his daughter Ella, 15, female. The day Jack told me he wanted a divorce, we told the children after school. Ella was so upset when she found out we were divorcing and went to her room. She came down after tea when it was just me and her in the house. Jack and his son had gone out. She asked me why her dad and I were divorced and wanted to know if it was because of her. Ella struggled with an eating disorder, and while it had caused some strain because we couldn't agree on how to help Ella, it was not the reason. I told Ella that she and her brother are not the reason for the divorce, that her best friend, Imogen, 15, female, and her mom, Sophie, 34, female, is. Sophie and Jack had an affair when she was 19. When the affair was exposed, Sophie's life basically imploded while Jack's pretty much remained the same. Just to state, Imogen is not Jack's daughter. They're just friends now. But after the affair, they would just be polite in the street and became friendlier over the years as the girls became close friends at school. I told Ella that Jack's continued friendship with Sophie and Running to her for advice is why we're getting divorced. Ella asked if Jack was having an affair with Sophie. I told her that Jack was denying having an affair with Sophie again, but I suspected it. She asked what I meant by that. She asked what I meant by again, so I told her that Sophie and Jack had an affair when she was married to her mom. Ella had not been speaking to Jack since our conversation, and she also lashed out to Imogen, telling her that her mom is a whore, and she's the reason her family is falling apart. They got into a physical fight at school, which resulted in both Jack and Sophie getting called to talk about it. In the meeting, Ella told them everything I told her that night and blamed Sophie for ruining their family again. Jack told her that Sophie isn't the reason. Jack told Ella that the reason for the divorce is because he no longer trusted me because of a mistake I made, which had sent us to therapy. Months of therapy weren't able to repair his trust in me. After Jack and Ella came home, she is now not talking to me either. Jack is furious that I said anything to Ella that it ruined her friendship. Jack snapped that it wasn't my place to say anything to Ella. He was angry and still stuck on his friendship with Sophie and continues to maintain that nothing is going on. He told me that Imogen told Sophie in the meeting that she wants to move to a new school where no one knows her mom is a whore. Okay, am I the asshole? Ella asked me for a reason. I told her. I do believe that Sophie is the true reason, as the relationship between them is weird. Update. This blew up more than I thought it would. Both Ella and her brother are aware of the kiss. They were there when Jack was told. I referred to it as a mistake. Wait. Both Ella and her brother were aware of the kiss. They were there when Jack was told. I was referred to it as a mistake, as that was what Jack refers to it as. He said that he didn't consider the kiss to be cheating because I was drunk. I have moved out of the house since I made the post, and I'm now staying with my sister until I find a place of my own. At the weekend, Ella reached out to Imogen and apologized for lashing out. They look like they've made up as Ella and Imogen. I apologize to Ella, and I shouldn't have dragged her into this. She would never forgive me, especially for damaging her friendship. And is glad that her dad is divorcing me. I offered to pay for the girls to do something together, but Ella refused, saying that she didn't want to take my dirty money. I also apologized to Jack, who told me that it was Sophie who needed an apology, not him, as it was her life, and I tried to ruin it. I tried telling him that I just didn't believe that he and Sophie weren't having an affair. He snapped, telling me that there's nothing going on. She had actually just started seeing someone. He found out about this because she went to him for advice, as he is the only person she knows who has lost a spouse and dated again. So yeah, I've destroyed my relationship with Jack. Okay. Because I was insecure in my... Alright. That was long. First of all, the whole family fucked up. I personally don't think this person is the asshole, even though like everybody is saying they're the asshole. And also I don't think it's fair to label... Who is this? What's her name? Well, she didn't say her name, but I don't think it's fair to label yourself as insecure when your husband had an affair with this woman and is still friends with her. He cheated on his first wife with this woman and is still friends with her. I wouldn't have even married him if that was something. I don't condone cheating. She kissed somebody when she was drunk. All right, that's fucked up as well. But you're in a relationship with this man, and he has already proven that he is not a trustworthy person. I don't believe, like, some people are like, oh, you know, once a cheater is not always a cheater, people can change. I'm not about to stick around to find out. I'm not about to be with you long enough to find out if you're gonna cheat on me. And the fact that you're still friends and you're still close with this woman that you slept with and cheated on your first wife with, I don't think. No, absolutely not. The whole telling the daughter part, I have mixed feelings about it. Your man's a cheater, first of all. In therapy, first of all, you cheated on your first wife. Your girl kissed somebody when she was drunk, and months of therapy couldn't fix that. If anybody need therapy, it's her, because she decided to marry your ass, and you still friends with this girl that she was sleeping with. So that's not being insecure. That's a valid reason to be concerned. And the fact that you would not remove this person from your life, like, I get it, they daughters is friends. You don't gotta be friends with that lady. You don't even gotta talk to her, okay? So that's just weird. Telling the daughter's weird for being mad. Like, you know, teenagers are fucking stupid anyway, so that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Jack, child, you better off. I'm glad you're getting divorced to him too. That might have been her reason for divorcing, wanting to agree to the divorce, because she doesn't trust him. Him not trusting her is probably like just a byproduct of, you know, him just being an untrustworthy person. So of course you're worried that somebody's gonna do the same thing to you. You're a piece of shit. And whatever. Okay, that's all I gotta say about it. I don't. That was a lot of details. Hopefully her and Imogen stay friend, but what's her daughter name? Ella dumb as fuck. Um, Everybody got different. Her and daddy both got different reasons for getting divorced, but they definitely need to be divorced. She's very kind for offering to take them two out. I mean, to not take them out, but you know, for her and her friend to like have fun and rekindle. But you know, Ella want to be a little asshole, then let her be a little asshole. I wouldn't give her ass nothing. Like, and also, this is just me because I'm a logical person. You are not the reason that they stopped being friends, okay? Ella decided to take that information and do what she did, okay? You can find out. You don't know how many times when I was a teenager, I found out some shit about people. It's still up to me and how I'm going to handle it and how I'm going to react to whatever the situation is. Like, I'm not going to just approach it explosively. But, you know, she's a teenager. Not everybody is as emotionally intelligent as I am or was. So, whatever. You can't be blaming your stepmama or future ex-stepmama for your decision. You could have handled that better. But, you know, whatever. Next one. Am I the asshole for stealing my brother-in-law's business? Roughly 2 years ago, we were at a family gathering. Somewhere in the many conversations, brother-in-law started talking about starting a business. This piqued my interest, as I know my brother-in-law doesn't follow through with anything, but he sounds excited. So I joined the conversation, and as it turns out, brother-in-law wants to open a laundromat and has done some amazing and detailed research into the matter. He also knows how much it'll cost to start the business, how long it'll take to turn a profit, how much revenue he can expect, the city's and states' regulations, tax obligations. In short, he did all the leg that takes to go to a bank and ask for a loan. For once, I was actually interested in what the brother-in-law, but I wasn't interested in his business plan, as I had a great job at the time. Months afterward, the company I worked for started to receive less work orders, and my great job was on shaky grounds. I updated my resume and started looking for another job. Then I remembered brother-in-law's laundromat plan and started looking into it. To make it long story short, I sold much of my stuff, pulled all of my money together, and maxed out my credit card to open a laundromat in the city. I'm making almost as much money now as I did at my great job, and my earnings are projected to keep on rising. In fact, I'm in the process of opening a second location, and if it performs well, I'll open a third. I flew home for the 4th of July, and that's when things hit the fan. My sister and brother-in-law started making passive-aggressive comments about my business, and when they found out about the second location, their comments turned fully aggressive. They accused me of stealing brother-in-law's business plan and profiting off of his legwork. I argued that we live 7 hours from each other, and there's nothing stopping them from opening the same business. They argued that I would have never done it until brother-in-law gave me all of the financial details, which in truth is correct. Never in a million years would I have thought I would open a laundromat. However, I didn't actually use his numbers, as I did not need a loan from the bank. There's a huge fight between us right now, and they demand that I bring brother-in-law into my business. My parents think I should because it was his idea, and it'll keep the peace in the family. I don't think I should, since I came up with the idea, but I did all the necessary work to make it happen. What do you think? I don't think this dude is an asshole, because first of all, it's a laundromat. When I read the title, I was thinking that it was about to be like an original business, you know, people starting a service, you know, whatever the case may be, but it's a laundromat. Just open your own fucking laundromat. And the whole information and all that was just to get a loan. And this person didn't need a loan, so he just did it. Like, what was you doing with your thumb up your ass for the past however long? You could have opened your own laundromat. Don't bring him in there. Because this person, especially if you have a history of having these ideas and never following through with them, do your own shit. You can still open, like, they don't need just one laundromat. You can make your own laundromat. Take all that info, like, y'all sit up here being passive aggressive. This is kind of like the same situation as the last am I the asshole with the jealous cousin or whatever. Whatever. Y'all over here, y'all got time to make comments. Y'all should be at the bank. Y'all should be bringing all that legwork to the bank. Y'all should be out here getting permits to open your own laundromat. But no, since this person did all the necessary work, you want to try to get in on it. No, take your lazy ass to the bank. What JT say?
Take your pussy ass to work, bitch. You shouldn't be nowhere outside.
Okay? Like, I don't like you, your sister, and her lazy ass husband. They need to send them this video. Tell them y'all need to go to the bank. Okay? Y'all need to go figure out how you can open your own laundromat, because this is not no original business. People always gonna need laundromats. Out here where I live, they got laundromats everywhere. So take your legwork and go do that instead of trying to mooch off of your idea. I mean, it was his idea, but like, he not about to mooch off of your work. You have to sell your shit. You went into debt. Child, don't take your ass to the bank. Girl, and tell your parents, you can take his lazy ass to work. Send your parents this video too. Tell them I said you need to take your lazy ass to work. Okay? I thought it was finna be like you trying to do your own startup. It's a laundromat. If you don't open his own damn laundromat, you gotta tell him if you're not ready to do a laundromat, you better start with some vending machines. If you want to help him, you want to like return the favor, you do some research on the vending machines and send him the information. Let him go do what he do, because all he gonna do is keep getting excited, not doing shit about it. Anyway, all right, last one. This is another family one. I didn't notice, but apparently all these ones is family oriented. Okay. Am I the asshole for not canceling plans when my stepdaughter got sick? I, 29 female, have been with my husband John for 5 years. He has a daughter, Ella. Why are y'all daughters named Ella? Somebody lying. 11 female. Ella and I are very close, and she's gotten to be good friends with my sister's daughter, Maddie, 10 female. There's a large festival type event in our town last weekend. Ella is the one who originally saw the ad for the event a few weeks before, and she got Maddie excited about it. So the two of them asked if I would take them. It looked like a lot of fun, so I told them I'd be happy to go with them. Ella came down with a little illness while she was at her mom's last week, and is still unwell the day of the festival, so she stayed home with her mother. My niece still wanted to go, so we did, and had a great time together. We got Ella a few little presents, and we missed her, but I didn't see any reason for Maddie to miss out. Ella was back in school on Monday, editing. Before someone asked, it's the summer. They go to day camp at the school, and Maddie had brought her gifts to give her. Ella had not realized we still attended without her and got very upset when Maddie tried to tell her about the event. She said it was her idea and that we weren't supposed to go without her. She called her dad after school and told him that we had been unfair to her by stealing her plans and having fun without her. I understood that mentality from an 11-year-old, but I was absolutely shocked when my husband came home and picked an argument with me about it. Firstly, he knew Maddie and I still went, and he said nothing. And secondly, it's unfair that Ella caught a bug, but Maddie did nothing wrong, and I'm free to spend my time with my niece as I choose. John insisted that I should prioritize Ella's feelings because stepmother is a chosen commitment that's greater than niece, but I simply don't see it that way. I love them both, and sometimes shit's just unfair. John has been irritated with me all week, and now I'm wondering if it's a valid way for me to think. What do you think? Am I the asshole? No. I mean, the people voted that you're not the asshole, but I personally think that you're not the asshole because, I mean, common sense. It's a festival. It's not going to be there forever. Why should two people be disappointed? Maddie can still go. She took Maddie, and she even brought your ass some gifts back. Like, if you went with Maddie and y'all didn't bring her nothing back, I would be like, all right, that's a little messed up. Like, you could have brought back something. But the fact that her husband, it has nothing to do with her being a stepdaughter or not. Like, most people, never mind, let me not say that. I just think most people think of their stepchildren, genuinely love their stepchildren. But even if it was her and her stepdaughter went without Maddie, if it was flipped, it doesn't matter. Like, she couldn't go, she couldn't go. Like, take it to the next one. But it's not that big of a deal. Why should you have two crying preteens? You know, they had a good time. She spent time with her niece. Bought that girl something back. Like, her husband needs to grow up, okay? Grow up. This has a lot of comments to read. I'll answer them here. My husband is 35. The girls' ages felt very relevant, and I was seeing people give their own. So I thought it was supposed to. It didn't seem okay. I guess some people didn't like that she said that they were 10 and 11. Anyway, my sister works weekends, and my brother-in-law has a hard time with crowds. He would have taken her if I'd fallen through, and she asked him, but it was better for everyone that I was the one to take her. This post might revolve around Ella, but the actual conflict I'm having is with my husband, not her. I don't begrudge a preteen for being a bit bratty on occasion. She's a great kid and it happens sometimes. Sorry if I wasn't clear on who my issue was with. Yeah, I understand. Your husband's dumb as fuck. Prioritize her feelings. Like, girl, you was sick and you wasn't even here. You was with your mama. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I don't know. Her husband older than me. I be having a hard time reading these stories. People husbands be older than me and y'all be older than me and y'all just be so dumb. Like, the emotional intelligence, the level of girl. Child, anyway. That's all I got for this one. I will see y'all in the next one. I'm about to film another one right after this because I got 4 more stories for y'all. Subscribe to be along for the ride. I'll be on Twitch playing video games and watching bad movies. So if you like that kind of stuff, go follow me on Twitch. All of my stuff is in the bio. I mean, in the description. Love y'all. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.